Hello, my name is Max and with today is Hobie.
Hello.
And we're reviewing Game of Thrones, the episode The Bear and the Maiden Fair. I'll start off. I thought it was probably the worst one of the series. I thought it was a filler episode.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, to tell you the truth. I think nothing really happened.
Yeah.
And I know not everything can happen all at once.
Yeah, but it didn't move the story on in...
Yeah, it was literally just remember these people.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I was disappointed. I've sort of reevaluated the third season because of it. The main problem is that a lot of the characters don't have a plot. Like, they don't have something to drive to. And that's essential for...
How do you mean, sorry?
Like, Tyrion, in the first season, he was obviously... He got captured, and he had to do all that stuff. Then he went... Well, before that, he went to the wall. In the second season, he was planning to defend against Stannis.
Yeah.
But now he's sort of wandering around. He hasn't got anything to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of them don't. A lot of them are sort of waiting. Like even the battle, even Tywin's not really doing anything. They're just sort of waiting. And Rob's going from one place to the next. Like he's going to attack Castle Rock. Then he's going back to the twins to get go to the wedding.
Yeah.
So I think it is suffering there. It was, yeah, as you said, nothing happened, and it was a bit of a letdown for me. But yeah, we'll start off with Jon Snow. And Snoo. And he's climbed the wall and he's going towards it.
Well, he's on the other side of it.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going.
Back to it, yeah.
But I read on a few forums that a lot of people are not liking Ygritte. And what are your views on...
I love Ygritte. What's wrong with Ygritte?
I don't know. A lot of people are saying she's sort of... Well, what made me laugh is when she always, her catchphrase is, nothing, Jon Snow. And she doesn't know what a windmill is and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like I know nothing. Yeah. But yeah, she's okay. They had to give a reason why Gareth from The Office is...
because he loves her.
Yeah, he loves her, which is makes sense. Well, I think they should use Tormund Giantsbane more. There's the only scene he had was yeah, it was funny, but that was it. I wanted to see more of him.
But again, you can't really use him until they get to Castle Black or wherever they're going.
We'll move on to Rob. He's with Jane. What I liked about that scene is when she was naked and he was naked, and then he turned to her and said, "Why do you expect me to do any work with you sitting there?" And I sat there for a minute and I went, "Fair point." True. But that a lot of people are saying put in views that she's a spy for the Lannisters. Like, can you see that working? Because she's writing letters. She says it to her mum, but we don't know. She could be lying. If she suits a spy, because she's just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She looks a bit devious. And what I didn't understand was when she said, "I'm pregnant," and he went, "Oh, wow." And she goes, "Are you upset?" Why would I be upset? I didn't understand that question.
Unplanned? I don't know.
But he needed one to make his, reign stronger. But yeah, what did you think of that?
I'm hopeful. I'm still because it's a good thing that she's with child. Because like you said, it will only strengthen his reign in the end. But every other character, mainly in King's Landing, they're already talking as if he's no longer there. Like, oh, your child. Someone says to Sansa that your child will sit in Winterfell. It's like, well, Rob's still about. don't count him out just yet. So I'm hoping that this will be like, oh shit, now he's got a child. Maybe we'll need to send an assassin or something. It might drive the plot in a way I wouldn't expect.
Or maybe she's lying and she is a spy.
Plot twist? I don't know. But like you said, it's too early to tell and nothing really happened.
Yeah. Talking about nothing really happening, we'll move on to Bran. And I feel sorry for his storyline because it is really interesting, but it's not at the point where it's really interesting. They're wandering around.
Well, can't you get them to the wall quicker or something? Why, like you said, why do you need the filler? Why not just next week he's at the wall? That was a long journey, and then continue.
You need to find out who these two other characters are, but they're not going to the wall anymore. They're going
north of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But what really, really sort of threw me is when when Osha's talking about.
I thought that was a very good scene.
It was a good scene, but it was sort of destroyed for me because she said, "My husband Rooney," and I went, "Rooney?" So I thought she said Rooney. So throughout the whole thing, I thought she was talking about someone called Rooney. And I thought to myself, why the hell would they call him Rooney? Call him something else. It's too much. His name is Bruni though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it Rooney?
No, it's not Rooney, it's Bruni.
Well, it's too close to Rooney.
What's it matter?
Because it's Rooney. You wouldn't call a character...
Terry.
Yeah. Harry Potter. Because it makes you think of Harry Potter. And that made me think of Rooney. Although he does suit a wildling. Yeah. We'll move on to Theon. Cockless. Now.
Yeah, that's worse than Jamie getting his hand cut off.
Yeah.
I'd lose both hands before I had what Greyjoy got.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if he got his his shaft cut off yet, or it could be just.
I don't want to know. I just know that it's enough.
Well, what did you think of that scene?
It was obvious. Yeah. It was still obvious that he's just going to be in the corner and wait and go surprise, cut something.
Yeah.
But if they untied him and they gave him some drink, I would have tried to escape then and there. Yeah. I wouldn't have let him push me down and be like, oh yeah. I'd be like, fuck off, I need to get out of here. Grab some sort of table leg or any weapon you can fashion.
I imagine you sort of saying, I have to go, and then they're pushing you down, and then you going, I'll go in a minute, as they're doing all that stuff to you. But I've given this guy who's playing Boy a chance, and I don't like him. I've given him 7 or 6 episodes. I don't like him.
The more you talk about him, the easier it is for me. I think you said it maybe 3 or 4 reviews back that you're just waiting for him to do a maniacal laugh. Yeah. And I'm sort of waiting for that now.
He's good at the creepy. He is good, but it's too Hollywood. Game of Thrones, I know it is Hollywood basically, but I wanted him to be more... I'm not scared of him. When you're reading the books, you are scared of this character, and you look at him and you're not scared of him. I wanted an uglier man to play the role, just to be more threatening. He seems like he's a wacky sort of threatening, and that's not threatening for me. We'll move on to Arya.
Where something actually did happen in the story. Yeah. I will say that. That one was like, shit.
Yeah, I think they'll be a good couple. Like, the Tyrion and Bronn. They'll be a good duo.
I think it'll be a weird duo.
Yeah, it'll be basically them just slagging each other off, but sort of getting on. We'll move on to Twyin and Joffrey. It's probably the best scene of the episode.
Yeah, I agree, I think. Except with the implication of Arya. Nothing. I don't really think much else happened in the episode, but this was probably the best scene of the episode, like you said.
What I liked, it made you squirm when Joffrey started sort of standing up to him.
Yeah.
And then
straight away
you started walking up the stairs. Yeah. But I do think that was the best scene, and there's more to come from those two. Better scenes will happen.
Good, because I think that's an interesting... Because at the end of the day, Joffrey's a puppet. And I think that scene showed that he knew it.
Well, I think he's sort of realising that at the moment he is, but he might be starting to think, I need to do something about it.
Yeah, no, exactly. But that's my point. So that's where I think, if that's the direction they take it, that'll be very interesting. Because if he orders one of the King's Guard to try and slay Tywin...
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Because he is an idiot like that. We'll move on to the final scene with Jaime and Brienne. The bit where she's fighting the bear.
Yeah.
I thought it was a disappointment for me because it was a good scene in the book, and it was just slightly done too quickly. And
I haven't read the book, but I still thought it was a good scene.
It was a good scene, but it could have been better. Like, that was a sort of big moment when I was thinking, what's going to be in this series? I was thinking, certain things, and I thought, that scene with her taking on the bear. Yeah, it was a good scene. It's just it wasn't as good as I was hoping.
We haven't mentioned Khaleesi yet in her scene.
Yeah.
Again, nothing really happened. She's made it to another city and she's gonna lay siege to it.
Did you think the dragons looked a bit... They looked like those dinosaurs from Jurassic Park? The one that spitted at that fat guy.
I know exactly which one you meant, and I can agree a bit. But, no, I still think it'll be interesting because, like you said, how much time is she actually going to spend in Valyria?
Yeah.
Will it end up that she just won't bother with Westeros because she's like, no, I can do better here. Sod the Iron Throne.
Maybe.
You did see all 3 dragons as they are sort of in growing.
Yeah, they're always... I want to see more of the dragons. I don't want to just see Drogon, the Black Dragon. I know they focus on him, but where are the other 2? Why don't they have a bit of screen time?
Well, maybe if she sieges this one, it'll be in the next episode, and that'll be something to look forward to.
Well, that was our review of Game of Thrones, The Bear and the Maiden Affair. We'd love to hear from you. Comment and subscribe. But for me and Hobie, thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers.